still on a very big journey, a very intense journey to reach my potential, to have the most impact on the world, positive impact on the world that I can, is by being open-minded, by wanting to learn, and by realizing that I don't know everything. That's really been critical. Yeah. So I've taken advantage of opportunity. I've pivoted many times. I'm in a big transformational, moment right now. You have certain things and opportunities that come up, and some you pass on, and some you gravitate towards. And sometimes the one you pass may have been really important, and sometimes the ones you grab aren't. But they're all good because you learn from everything that you do. And I have an expression, a quote on my wall at NextWave, one of the many quotes that I have, and it's success is 99% failure. It's really true. I mean,
success is 99% failure. I love that.
Absolutely. Because if you didn't fail 99 times to get that big success, that means the success that you probably got on round one is probably not that big.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for the kind of go big or go home moments in life, then you're going to have a lot of iterations in what you're doing, a lot of failures. Failures are really good.
Yeah.
Problems are great, because they fine-tune and sharpen your ability to solve problems. The more successful you are, the more problems you're going to have. So you have to be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
And so I've just kind of had that attitude.
What would you say are the top 3 business lessons that you've learned in your experience so far? Let's put some tools in the toolbox of the viewers.
Top 3 business lessons. Number 1 is don't quit. If you have an idea, if you have an idea that it's a bad idea, okay, pivot. But let's talk about things that are good ideas, that are feasible. Don't quit, because, like I said before, success is 99% failure.
Sure.
Okay, another quote I have on my wall is, nothing is successful until it is accomplished, right? So we don't need to celebrate our successes, because we're not successful until it's done. And it's really critical to stay in the game. If you quit, it's not going to happen. And the greatest success stories in the world were, persevered under the worst of circumstances. So don't quit. Okay. That would be number 1. Number 2 is, let's see. Well, I said it before. Get great talent around you, so you're not the smartest person in the room. Right? Really, really important. And I think finally, let's see, we persevere, we never quit. I guess
surround yourself with the right people.
Stay with the right people and stay positive.
Sure. I think that's huge, right?
Yeah.
I think we do this coaching program, and I've mentioned it on the show before, but the very first thing we cover in our coaching program is mindset. Because you could be the best at business, you could be the best at closing somebody, you could be the best at forming a relationship, but if you don't want to get out of bed in the morning, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, so leadership, leadership is about having a vision, staying on that vision tenaciously, but being able to communicate and express that vision so you get a buy-in by all the people that are following you. And if you can't get people to follow you, you won't get there. There's some great stories like Sir Ernest Shackleton, who was going to be the first in this great book called Endurance. That was the name of his ship, appropriately named. And he wanted to be the first person to cross the Antarctic. And he recruited an entire team of sailors and requisitioned the government to put together a ship that could make this trip, and he wants to break this world record, and it's very dangerous. And as soon as they arrived to the Antarctic, the ship got stuck in an ice pack. So now they're screwed, and it took them a year to get off.
A
year. It's a miracle that they made it, and they only made it really due to his leadership. And the leadership was also in preparing of who to recruit.
Sure.
And then, he's a great leader, because people would start killing each other to survive, right? So he had to make sure. So what he did was he took the people who were the most negative, right? It only takes one negative person to sink a ship, excuse the pun. And he would bring them into his tent to stay with him so he can keep control over them and so that they wouldn't also invade and spread this virus of negativity throughout the
Interesting.
group.
So rather than pushing them away, he brought them even closer.
That's right.
I love that.
So leadership, right? So if we want to succeed in business, we have to be a great leader, and that includes having fire in the belly,
That's right.
and being understanding, compassionate, and recruiting the right people. Because if you have the wrong people and there's a disaster, they're going to